Welcome to our Make It Monday, my craft instead of run day. This is my fun day, my play with my glue gun day. Welcome to our Make It Monday. Yes, that's right, I am teaching you to craft and ruining your favorite songs at the same time. That is called multitasking. I excel in it. I'm Holly from the North Muskegon Library, and today we are going to teach you to make this beautiful giant flower. First, I'm going to tell you what you need, which is really minimal stuff. You need one of these giant rings, or you can do it on a hula hoop. This one I've done on a hula hoop. Both are available. Let's see, the back of it. Hula hoop. Both are available at the dollar store for $1. Then you need probably 1 pack of coffee filters. Even for the big one, I didn't use as many as I thought I would. Glue gun, glue sticks, scissors, some kind of ribbon. So, first step, and this is probably going to take you the longest, it usually does, is you're going to want to separate your coffee filters into stacks of 3. And one thing I don't have on the table you're probably going to want to need is some kind of heavy book. So when you're gluing these, then you can stick it in the book to flatten them out. So you are going to just put, I need glue. It would help if we had glue in the glue gun. Take 1 dot and then just stack the next one right on top of it, and that's holding them together so they don't fall off when you put the layers on. And you are going to probably need, I would say, about 40 of these little stacks, maybe like 20 if you're doing a smaller one. So you keep going, stacks of 3, dot of glue right in the middle until you have your entire pile done. And like I said, when you put them in the book, they will flatten out a lot better than they do here. Next step you're going to want to do before you get started with putting these on is to do your hanging ribbon on the back. So you're just going to cut off a piece depending on how long you want it to be hanging on the wall. And I always loop it through first because it's just easier and I don't burn my fingers. And we just put a little row of glue there and then fold it over. Please do not burn yourself when doing this. I try to hold the edges so I don't burn myself, and just hold it there for a few minutes till it is on there solid. And then you do the other piece. See, I went this way. I got a wrinkle in my ribbon. Okay, so once you got it on there, so that is to hang it from once you're all done. Then you're going to want to take these and start your layers. For this one, since I'm using a smaller one, I'm going to start gluing it farther out on these. Actually, I'm going to glue it that way. So you can either put it on this itself, or you can do it right on the, I like to use a lot of glue, and just slap it on down there, hold it for a couple seconds to make sure it's on there. You'll notice that some of them flop up. That's okay because you're layering over the top and it'll push it down. So you're just going to keep going, slightly overlap them so it looks more like a flower. And you just keep gluing. And some of this you may have to go back and just glue certain spots down that aren't quite sticking where you want them to. That might cover up that ribbon a little bit. That's okay, it's just in the back to hang it up anyway. Also, it helps if you use a glue gun with the bigger sticks, because I did the first one here with the one that uses the little one, and I went through like maybe 8 of those glue sticks. When I'm doing this one, I probably won't even go through one. The last 2, you're going to want to 2 or 3, you're going to want to kind of lay them out before you glue them, just to make sure you don't have any awkward looking spots. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, then you got your first layer, then you start your next layer. When you start this layer, you're gonna kind of want to go in between where those are. And it poofs back up, so you don't have to worry about it caving in the middle. Now these layers, you might have to go back through and just kind of put a little dot of glue on there so they're not all sticking up. And it just takes one little spot of glue to hold it there. You don't have to go crazy with the glue like you're doing when you're gluing them down. I squashed that one. Sorry. For this one, you're going to want to put glue around the entire circle, because this is your, okay, I lied, we need 2 glue sticks. And just go all the way around. And then, you're gonna put that one right in the middle. Then once you got that done, like I said, you're going to want to go through and glue all these pieces down that are kind of popping up here and there. Now you're using 3 layers because if you don't, you'll see whatever is behind it right through the coffee filters, plus it kind of gives it a little more depth to it. That's it. This one wants to be pain in the butt. Over here. Okay, so flower part is almost done. Now we have to make our middle. So you're going to pick whichever ribbon you want. Keep it on the spool. I learned that the hard way, because if you cut it off too early, you're probably going to end up with not enough ribbon. So what you're going to want to do to get this shape here is you're just going to twist it and then roll. And as you're twisting and rolling, Eventually you're just putting, or occasionally, you're just putting a dot of glue in there to hold the roll. And this you're also going to want to hold down for a couple seconds, because if you don't, this material is a little bit harder for the glue to hold, so you don't want it popping up. And don't worry if it looks kind of ovalish when you're going along doing it. You can just pat it into a round shape once you're done. So just keep rolling it and gluing. This might take you a while. There goes my glue. Eventually you're just going to keep rolling and gluing until you have your middle piece done. How big you want this is completely up to you. You could do it so it covers that whole circle. You can do it so it's just a little area in the middle. Runaway glue stick, I'll just get another one. So once you are done with that, and like I said, you can just squash it so it's actually round. That's also one you're probably going to have to go back and like glue on spot or glue spots that are popping up weirdly. So put your hanging piece so it's facing the top, and then you're going to kind of want to do this so you know exactly where your middle is. And this is important because when I did this one, I had to actually pull it off and move it 3 times because I wasn't right in the middle. And you might just want to stand up and eyeball it too to make sure it's in the center of your flower. So mine is slightly over from the dot. Then all you do is you can either put it on here, which is probably easier, put a ton of glue on that middle part. Get in your home. And just hold it down in the middle there. Does not take long to stick at all. And once you have that part, you have your beautiful big boofy flower to hang on your wall. And that is it. It is as easy as that. We are done. Thank you for joining me. I will see you next month. We are making a yarn wreath with hearts. It's going to be so cute. So I will see you next time.